What's going on, everybody? In this one, we're going to talk about NBA Finals series bets, and we definitely have some arbitrage opportunities here as well. So if you guys want to sign up for any of these four sports books that you see on the screen, you can get the best welcome bonus they have all in just one link here. So click the link down below to sign up for any of these to get the best deals. Also, some good arbitrage deals on some of these bets we're going to talk about. And stay tuned to the end of the video. We have other special bets and some massive arbitrage opportunity as well. So let's get into this one. First off, in the first game here, we got the odds up. Bet365 is going to be best for Dallas. For Boston, it's going to be on DraftKings here. As far as the spread, I think it's basically the same no matter where you take it. And on the points total, just looking at the points total, we're going to come over here to Outlier. It's a great free tool for player props and for straight bets. They have a 7-day free trial if you want to try them out. I'll put it down below here. But first one we're looking at here is the 214.5. I'm kind of leaning the over. In the last 10 games, Dallas has gone over 50%, Boston only 40%. On the season, Dallas gone over 77% and Boston over 73%. Head-to-head, 100% of their games. In their last four meetings that date back to 2 seasons ago, all four have gone over. I know the playoffs get some lower scoring games, but I'm liking the over on this one. Not really a arbitrage situation there, but I am leaning towards the over in this first game. As far as championship odds here for Boston, you got to go with DraftKings here, minus 210 for Dallas, plus 180 on MGM. But something we talked about in the conference finals video was instead of just going straight to Dallas here and picking them plus 180, it seems very likely that Luka Doncic would win the finals MVP if the Dallas Mavericks do win it. So instead of taking it at plus 180, you can get plus 205 for Luka to win it. Kyrie's at plus 2200. This definitely is a safer bet here. And you get the added bonus payout if the Mavericks win because Luka almost guaranteed to win it unless he gets injured or something like that. The numbers are just astronomical. He's probably going to outscore Kyrie Irving on average in this series by 5 to 10 points per game. You know the assists, he's almost going to double up. And the rebounds, he's definitely going to double up Kyrie as well. Taking this one on DraftKings at 205. Every other site has it at just plus 200. If you're going to go Boston here, minus 210, you could think Tatum here, but Jaylen Brown did win it in the conference finals at plus 650. This is one I'm going to stay away from, but I think a sneaky bet here would be to go back to Jaylen Brown here at plus 650. If he averages more points than Tatum in this series, which is definitely not out of the question here. I think that Jaylen Brown could win it. So I think that's actually kind of a sneaky bet. I'm staying away from Tatum here at minus 115. I think the odds here at plus 650 are pretty nice. You can see FanDuel and Bet365 over here have this at plus 600. So if you're putting $100 on this, you're going to get an added $50 in payout by just going to DraftKings here. That's where the arbitrage comes into play. As far as correctly getting the series bet here, as far as the games, the favorite here is going to be Boston to win in 5 games at plus 340. I kind of like Boston here to win in 6 at plus 475. It's going to pay out higher than them winning in 5 and winning in 7 games. And I do think that Dallas can get at least a couple games. So this is going to be my favorite one here, plus 475. A massive arbitrage bet here because BetMGM is the only one that has this up right now. There's that plus 350 for Boston to win in 6. You're getting plus 475 on DraftKings. That's an extra $125 on the payout if you were to wager $100 and this was to win. So massive arbitrage to take DraftKings here instead of MGM if you were considering taking this one on MGM. But we have an even bigger arbitrage opportunity, so stay tuned to the end of the video to hear that on some special bets. Over here on DraftKings, they have a lot more player props for the entire finals series than other sites. So if you're interested in these, definitely get on DraftKings. Again, for any of these sites, just click the link down below. You'll automatically get directed here to their best welcome deal that they have out. Definitely some interesting ones. Again, you could go Jaylen Brown here at plus 1,300 to lead the series. If you think Boston is going to win this one in a commanding fashion, the favorite bet is for them to win in 5 games. So if Boston dominates 4 of these 5 games, it's not out of the question that Jaylen Brown can lead the Celtics in points per game. And if they're winning 4 of the 5 games, it is probably pretty likely that he scores more than Luka on average as well. So at plus 1,300, kind of liking this one. Also, obviously liking Luka at minus 205. Even if Dallas loses in 5 or 6 games, I could definitely see Luka still leading this series in scoring per game. And you get a little arbitrage opportunity here on DraftKings, minus 205. It's a pretty big difference over here. You get Luka at minus 175 on BetMGM. So your payout's going to be significantly more taking Luka here on MGM than on DraftKings. But Jaylen Brown is just plus 1,200 over here. He's plus 1,300 on DraftKings. And also on DraftKings, you get higher payouts for Tatum. If you want to go with Tatum, back to MGM, Kyrie Irving is going to be a better payout over here if you think he is going to lead this series in scoring. But DraftKings does a great job. They have a ton of props here. MGM, other ones don't have rebounds leader of the series, or a lot of other ones. They have assist leader, points per game leader, a ton of stuff over on DraftKings. Pretty cool. And one that I'm really liking over here actually is going to be Derek Lively to lead the series in total rebounds at plus 1,400. That's some great value here. Considering Derek Lively, if we look at some stats for him over on Outlier, which again, they do have a free 7-day trial, great tool I use every day for player props especially. The rebound prop for the first game's at 7 flat here. On the season, he averaged 6.9 rebounds per game in just 23 minutes per game. But we got to look at the minutes that he was playing in the last series. So coming back from injury, he played 25 minutes. Game before his injury, he played 27. Before that, 26. Before that, 29.5. I think he's going to average high 20s of minutes in this series. And a cool thing you can do on Outlier is we can look at games where he's played 28 or more minutes this year. It's only a 15-game sample size, but in those games, he averaged 11.4 rebounds per game, which is super high. You know, Tatum, we expect to average between 9 and 10 in this series. If Derek Lively's playing high 20s of minutes, like we said, 28 or more minutes, he averages 11.4 rebounds per game. I think a sneaky one here at plus 1,400 on the rebounds leader of the series. Also a bet I'm liking over here is just Derek Lively to average more than 7 rebounds per game. And they have Tatum at 9.9 per game here. But, you know, Kristaps Porzingis is coming back in this game. Probably will get more rebounds here than Horford did. Okay, then to the end of the video, we have these special bets over here. First pick in the NBA draft, which is coming up in like 20 days, which is pretty crazy. Alex Sarr here, down to minus 180 to be the first pick. Still really haven't heard much news about anyone else going first. I've heard some rumblings that Zachary here could go first. Maybe Klingon or Reed Shepherd here. Even heard some talk recently that Stephon Castle has jumped up to top 3. Pretty crazy. I couldn't find a bet to take him to go top 3, but I think right now it would be some massive plus money. The craziest plus money and biggest arbitrage opportunity here is Reed Shepherd. I think that he has a ton of potential, and if Atlanta is moving on from Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, they might go for a guard here, and if they really like Shepherd, I don't think there's any reason why they wouldn't take him first in this draft over a big man when they already have, you know, Jalen Johnson, Clint Capella, and Onyeka Okongwu. Kind of makes sense to go Reed Shepherd here. It's plus 3,000 on Bet365, and it's going to be a massive opportunity here. $100 wins you $3,100 compared to a site like Caesars here that has this at just plus 1,500. It's almost double the payout as if you're on Caesars. So if you're thinking about something like this on Caesars, definitely check out Bet365 and some of these other sites. Also, we talked about Stephon Castle a little bit. $100 would get you $6,700 on MGM compared to these other sites that are paying out a fraction of that, with FanDuel being the next best at $6,100, but 365 has it at $5,100, DraftKings at $5,100 as well. 2 sleepers to go first overall, Castle and Shepherd. All right, so if you guys enjoyed this one, get in on some of these free money with these sports books and these betting arbitrage opportunities. Subscribe to the channel as well. We have videos coming out for the top player props for every NBA Finals game. So subscribe and follow along on the channel. We'll see you guys in one of those videos.